Hey everybody. Here, we'll see if we can get a little better vantage point there. There we go. Hope you guys are good. Hope you had a good Memorial Day. We ended up sneaking out of town for a couple of days, but had a good time and hope everybody did. So welcome. It's been a little over a week. This is UT Mike. John is back. He had major jet lag, but he did get back from Malaysia, I think yesterday. Johns, how are you? He is planning, he's got a bunch of shows that are in the works, probably starting maybe not this week, but in a week or so. But he will get those loaded and on there and going and all that kind of good stuff. So let me do this. We'll start this, even though I always regret starting the turntable because half the time the loose cars come off. Anyway, we are going to run through, we've got a few things. We've got some carded main lines, some great Porsche stuff. A lot of the loose stuff is Porsche. There's some American stuff. There's some premium stuff. I've got some carded stuff that we'll run for $3, some premium, some others. We've got some surprises. If you want to peek at the surprises, Brian, no nuggets. If you want to peek in the auction tab, I did tell you what the surprises will be. There's some Hot Wheels haulers. There are some mini GT haulers. We might run some M2 like hauler sets or box sets. We got a few things in here. So we will see. There's some Porsche. There might be some Fiat. I don't know if there's a ton of Italian in here. There's no Ferrari. There might be a couple of Lambos, but a little bit of kind of a mixed bag. So we are going to do something different. So for the main lines, we are going to do, because you guys ask about it almost every time, we're going to do 10-second sudden death on all of the loose main lines, I should say. So we will do those 10 seconds sudden death. We will start with that guy. That would be the Target Red Edition from a couple of years ago. So let's see here. Make sure it will let pull these up. All right, so we are going to go 10 seconds. We are going to go sudden death, and all of the loose stuff that I run tonight, it's Porsche. Yes, you're right, Joey Tribbiani. All right, so we will go quick on the loose main lines. We will get through as many of those as we can. I will run a bunch of carded, mostly Euro main lines. We'll run some surprises mixed in here and there that probably won't display well on the broadcast here just because the boxes are too big, but we'll do what we can. So that said, here we go. This is our first giveaway. Let's do that, by the way. We'll go, our first giveaway is, let's see, is the Matchbox moving parts. This is the Porsche Taycan GTS. All right, and most of our giveaways, they're all international, but most of our giveaways will be Matchbox. We got a couple of cases of these that John used for a profile that we're going to run through and give away. So very, very laggy on my end as well. I am not entirely sure what the deal is, if that's my Wi-Fi or what. So we will see. So there's your giveaway. You can jump in there. And with that said, we are going to try and jump in and we will run sudden death. 10 seconds, ready, go. And we will just run through as many of these loose cars as we can. Like I said, there's some Euro. There's some premium stuff. There's some American stuff. There's a little bit of leftover JDM. We'll run maybe 10 of these. and we'll go from there. Entertainment, nice grab. Good snag on that guy. All right. There is a 5-pack exclusive Porsche right there. Ready, go. We'll go quick. May need a restart. Hopefully it'll kick in here. Mine has been a little laggy. I noticed the app was a little bit laggy today as well. So we will see. Definitely seems like it is lagging a bit. Entertainment, nice grab. Another one of those. He's picking up the Porsches. Love that guy. That first edition of the Carrera. Ready, go. Got my favorite Porsche casting. It sure is, John's. It's UT Mike. John just got back from out of town, so he is trying to get over the jet lag. Driz, nice grab. He is planning some shows. This is my favorite Porsche casting. 993. Ready to go on that guy. Yeah, that is a long way to go. I'm good, Joe. How you doing? Hope you are well. We'll do like 10 of these, and then we'll mix a surprise in here and there. Most of the surprises we just tried to start the haulers anyway, right around what they initially sold for. So nice grab, entertainment. Let's see here. What else we have? Love that guy. 96 Carrera in black. It's one of the early editions on that guy too. Lamley, you sound different. He should sound different. This is UT Mike, not John. John and his lovely pipes are recovering from jet lag. Arturo, nice grab. Same casting in that blue livery. Very, very cool. We'll run that guy there. You need to check your payment real fast, Arturo. Triple, he was in Malaysia. He was with Mini GT out that way. Chris, nice grab. All right, let's see here. We'll run through the rest of these Porsche and then we'll run a surprise. This is the redesign of this casting from a couple of years ago. Love the job they did on that. And I love that even though it's a mainline, you have front, side deco, the whole thing. I don't know if he did. That is a good question. Wong, nice grab. Good snag on that. All right, couple of unconventional. There's the keychain Carrera, the Zamac version, the Porsche Zamac keychain. I know John was meeting. I know he did meet with the guys at Dream Customs about doing another mat. Wong, nice grab. So that will be cool to see. And there is the tuned Metal Flake Black Porsche as well. There are all of the Tarmacs are in the bite now. We'll see if anybody wants the tuned guy. And then let me see. I was going to look for where did I put that? Let's see here. Somewhere I have Porsche set. We'll run that right here. There it is. All right. Let's see here. Nice grab, entertainment. Appreciate that. All right, let's run our first surprise here. We will see if we can fit all of these in. All right, this is a clean carded, very clean carded Porsche anniversary set. So it's an 8-car set. Let's see who won our giveaway first. Hobby Geo, congrats on the giveaway win. So the first 4 there, you got the 914, the Spider, love that 959, the 993. This is just such a good set. All of these on very clean cards. These will come in protectors as well. So I'm going to see if I can get them to stay relatively still there so we can run this for you. Here's what we'll do. My big hand in the way is what you're going to have to deal with. Let's see. All right, this one does have some pre-bids, so we will jump in. This one will not be sudden death, just so you know. But here we go. Good luck. These will come in protectors. This is a fantastic set. If you haven't seen it or you don't have this, this would be a great one to pick up. Hey, look at that. John is awake. It's 9 a.m. tomorrow's time. 9 p.m. tomorrow. 14 hours, right, John? Michael, nice grab. Good snag. That is a great set. Good set. If I remember right, I think I read, if I saw correctly, when John was overseas, because I was trying to make sure I wasn't texting him while he was, you know, in the middle of the night. But yeah. Yep. He can't see the show, but he's on there. You got it. All right, let's jump in. Here's a couple fun ones. We'll get a giveaway going here in a second. That was our first giveaway. Here we go. This is one of John's top 10, I believe. This is the Mercedes 500. All right. We'll go back to our 10-second sudden death. All right, there we go. Triple, he is getting close. I think the pins are on their way to go with the next Lamley car, if I heard correctly. That is what I was told. This one's not a Euro car, but our next giveaway we'll run is a fun one. So the Evo, Raphael, the Lancer Evo was the last one. Aloha, nice grab. Here, we'll get another giveaway going here while we run these. Let's see here. All right. This is the Moving Parts National Parks Jeep Grand Cherokee. MBX Moving Parts Grand Cherokee. All right, there we go. We'll run that guy. We'll run that giveaway. Then we'll jump back over and we'll run. There's the red version of that Mercedes. This is my favorite version of this one. And it doesn't like to stick around. That's why the moving turntable's hard. John must have, he's got it mastered on how to get right in there. So the RWB, I think, is supposed to be late summer, early fall, if I heard correctly. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's try this again. All right. All right, there we go. Now it's running. Sorry about that. Got a couple of Mercedes here to run. Aloha, nice grab. Good snag on that guy. There's the regular version of the Super from a couple of years ago. That bright red. Super was really good on this one. This, in my opinion, this is an underrated casting. I love that they've done this in RLC a couple of times. It's very, very cool. Nice grab, Rob. Thank you. All right. This is from a recent release, a Walmart exclusive mainline set, kind of a subset there. It does not want to stay. We'll see if we can get it to. Love the white wheels on that one. All right. We'll try again here. I may have to turn the turntable off if I can't get him to stay, but we'll give it a shot. The Nissan Moving Parts Dry Cleaners. Trace, nice grab. That is a good question. I will have to look and see. Let me peek. Let's see. I've got the Fiat. I've got the Mercedes, the Range Rover. Got the Rubicon. Don't see it in there. Let me look one other place. Nope, I don't. I've got the old Chevy Suburban, but that is not one that I have, unfortunately. All right. See if this guy wants to stay. Last Mercedes there. Right there. Then we've got a couple Bugattis that will run. I think you're right. Yes. I think the dry cleaning one is a van, if I remember right. That is not one that I've got handy. So, aloha, nice grab. Good snag on that. All right. Another one that is so cool that Hot Wheels finally did. Bugatti EV110. Bugatti Blue. Yes. Gus the Bus, we will have a couple of haulers, a couple mini GT, a couple of the Elite 64 that we will run that all sold out there. Rob, nice grab. Good grab on that. This is the new one. The new Bugatti that they did. This is one that has got to come out in premium very quickly. Very cool one. All right, let's see here. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll jump over and do another surprise. Wong, nice grab. Good snag on that. All right. There's the McLaren P1, my favorite color in that car, that metallic burnt orange. There you go. Nice grab, Wong. Good grab. Appreciate you guys being here. All right. This is my favorite version, the Hot Wheels version of this one right there. And that one's not going to want to stay. That's the F1 GTR. Let's see if we can get it to stay centered there, at least for 10 seconds. There we go. That silver, that metal flake silver with that orange is a great deco. He's trying to exit. HL, nice grab. See who won our giveaway real fast. That would be I Collect Toy Cars. Congrats on the giveaway. All right. There's another one of the F1 in black. Last one of those that I have. We will. Here, might as well. We talked about it. Let's run it. All right. That one snuck away. Nice grab. All right. Our giveaway ran, so we'll pull that out of there and set it over here. Gonna move our turntable. I'm gonna see, I may have to do this a little bit differently, but here is our next surprise. Let's see if it will fit. It will not fit in the screen very easily, as you can tell. This is the Elite 64. The first one. So it is the car hauler version. This is the Freightliner Cascadia in black. So the whole thing is in black. This has never been opened. This one sold out very quickly, and it does have a couple of pre-bids on it. This one will not be sudden death. But there you go. We always get asked about these. Almost every show, John gets asked if we have any of the Elite 64 haulers. These are getting hard to find. This is the first hauler that they did. They just came out with the Scania in white with the red trailer. But very, very cool. I am with you. Aloha. These are so good. And the Elite 64, I know that the reaction's been kind of mixed on it. Alex, nice grab. Good grab. That will be packed up and sent your way. Great grab on that. Very cool. All right. Run through some more Lucy's while we're here. All right. We're going to run these together if I can get them to stay since they're a pair. This would be the Volkswagen. There we go. All right. The Bumblebee. You get both cars. Got to run them together, I think, don't you? All right. 10 seconds, sudden death. Oh, one's taken off. See if we can get it to stay. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. Man, 97. That is a great price. They did make off like a bandit. It did so quick. And I am not surprised. Like once you see it in person, it is not surprising. LaDonna, nice grab. All right, those two are together. Run one of John's favorite castings as well. This is the 94 Avant. That very cool blue color. And we have two of the more recent versions of that. My favorite color of that one. Here in a second. Dee Dee, nice grab. Nice grab there. This is my favorite color version of this. Kind of that metal flake teal green. That is such a good color on this car. Yeah, that's the hard thing is like the Elite 64 stuff. I just haven't figured out how to guess. Like some of it goes super fast. Like the Porsche obviously was a home run. Some of it just kind of hangs around. Aloha, nice grab. We'll start another giveaway there. We'll run our last Audi in that kind of metallic magenta. Last of those, if I can get her to stay. John's gonna have to show me like the secret trick he has. Although he's dropped a lot of cars, so he's not without fault there. All right, let's see here. Chris, nice grab. All right, a couple more, and we will run some carded stuff for a bit. We'll run another surprise here in just a second or two. All right, another one from that same Walmart set, the BMW 2002. I love the wheels on this. I will show you in just a second here, just for fun. The racing stripes are awesome, but those like 5-spoke wheels on there are just so cool. And that deco on that casting is absolutely perfect. Just awesome. Flyboy, nice grab. Good snag there. This is my favorite new casting in the last couple of years. BMW. This is the first edition in blue. If you are not following Andres, the designer at Hot Wheels, he already took a sneak at I think a super. I think it's next year actually. I think is it green if I remember right. He posted a picture of it if I remember right, Michael. And it's like a Spectra Flame green, lime green. Wong, nice grab. That is my favorite new casting. All right. Let's go one more from that same Walmart set. Lamborghini Miura in gold. It does not want to stay. I'm trying, but it's not wanting to. I am with you. After seeing how good the first one was in purple, I was like, that thing should go quick. Chris, nice grab there. All right, let's see here. Let's see. We've got a couple of, let's go premium. We've got a couple of premium that we'll run. Love that guy. McLaren F1. These are going to be same thing. $2 starts, sudden death. So there you go in the Gulf livery. That is the premium version. So don't dig a snag in that. Oh, you're right, Gibby. I got to start the giveaway. Thank you for pointing that out. You guys know me by now. You're like, dude, get it together. Moving parts. This is the Alfa Romeo. Stelvio. All right. Giveaway is up. There you go. Chazu, nice grab. All right. Another one that I think is underrated. I love that VW casting in that purple is awesome. All right. Same thing, sudden death, 10 seconds. Ready, go. I don't have a ton of loose premium to run today, but what I've got, we'll run through there. Felix is like, yeah, we got your back. We got you sorted. Wong, nice grab. All right. Everybody knows this. If you watched me before, this is my favorite recent premium, Volvo 142 in orange, the Mountain Warrior set. I love that one. A couple more premium Euro cars. We will run through. I've got like 5 or 6 loosies here, and then we're going to run a bunch of carded that we'll just run for $3 each. Well, maybe we'll run the carded sudden death as well. Might as well. Driss, nice grab. Good snag on that. Do you guys like the sudden death? If you like the sudden death, then we'll keep doing it. So we'll do it on some of the carded. All right. Aston Martin. I don't love the color on this one. The car I'm good with. The color it's iffy. It's probably true to form, but it's just not my color. All right, likes that. We can do that. I don't mind. Most of this stuff is from a friend of mine. So he is just looking to kind of clean house and slim down. So I'm like, we can do that. Trace, nice grab. Nice grab on that. Let's see here. That's the Aston Martin Vulcan right there from the exotic set. All right, let's see here. Got a couple more premium here. Corvette Man. Nice grab. $2 for premium. That's never bad. That might be the only JDM premium I still have left. RX-7 FD. That is from a very recent set. Couple more here. Yeah, $2. That's a steal, right? Driz, nice bad. $4. That's a good grab on that too. All right. Love this guy. Fast and Furious Impala. I love that they did this guy in that light pink. Very, very cool. And we got an oldie but a goodie for our last loose premium car here. We will do it. Wong, nice grab. All right. That is our last loose premium for a bit. I will see if I can find some more, but I think that might be it for tonight on the premium stuff. I've got some more main lines that we'll get to if we have some time later. JT, John does have some good relationships, that is for sure. Trace, nice grab. Love the hood scoop on that, by the way. That is so cool. All right. We are good. That will do us for loose right there for a minute. And I can grab our turntable, turn that off, and let's see here. All right. I grabbed a whole bunch of, you guys will like these. All right. That will continue to be our giveaway. Let me grab, where is our car stand here? Right there. All right. There is that. Hang on just a sec since we're running on. There's an old school. There's a flashback for you. There's the old Lamley, the original sticker there. All right. Okay, here we go. We will continue to run these. We'll go 15 seconds, sudden death. Porsche 934. All right. And we'll just start carded stuff at $3. This is the old Metal Flake Black version. This was 2015, if I remember right. I think this was the second version or second color version back then. Mystery Machine, nice grab. There is the first version, 2014 in orange with the lace wheels. Very cool. Road Dark 1, nice grab. Nicely done. Just a quick second here. I got to label these to make sure we go the right way here. All right, let's see. 27. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Love these two. Falcon livery. Right there. We've got that in the blue and green. I think you are right. Yep. I think the giveaway is what I saw there. That one ran through. So we will rerun that black one because I think you're exactly right. I don't think that ran through. We'll run that in just a second there. All right. Road Dark 1, nice grab. Now we'll run that guy. That is the second version. Still on the lace wheels, but Metal Flake Black. And go. There we go. All right. Like, we'll get there. Nice grab. Good snag on that. That is such a good casting that they don't use quite as often. All right, there's the other version. Falcon. I love the silver and blue. The only one I like better than that is when they do it in the black and white, which does not happen very often. All right, there we go. Very cool. Road Dark 1, you bet. Same thing will apply, you guys. Anything, whether it's premium or mainline, anything that goes over $10 will come in a protector. So that will absolutely come in a protector. If it's over $10, you got it. Love the green. This is from 2018. Did it in green, and then they actually did a Kroger exclusive version that will run next in Metal Flake Silver. Yep, Chaz, I'm with you. That black is great. Nice grab. Good snag on that. Love that green one. They don't do that color very often on licensed cars. You don't see that very often anymore. All right, this is your Kroger exclusive version of that guy, the 934 in silver. So if you don't have or didn't have a Kroger nearby, this one was a hard one to come by. But very cool. Road Dark, nice grab. Good grab. If you guys get a chance, definitely take a quick peek in the Buy It Now. We have got just a couple of the Tarmacs left. The Chaser, I think we had like single digits, and a couple of the S15. So not a lot. All right. I will start this immediately. This is the 2024 Ford Mustang. I'll show you so you can see it like in focus there. Really cool casting with the opening hood for the moving parts there. So we'll slide that in. That's our giveaway. We'll start that real fast, and then we'll keep going with these carded guys. This is our, let's see, MBX moving parts. 2020, let's see. Ford Mustang. All right. There's that. All right. There's that guy going. Okay. We are good. That was our first giveaway. Do a few more of these Porsches, and then we'll do another surprise. Porsche 934. This is the Forza version from a few years ago. That was I think this was a Walmart exclusive set. It usually is. Yes, Road Dark One. If you pick anything up in the Buy It Now, it does combine your shipping and discount your shipping and everything like that. All of it does come in there. You're exactly right. So you are correct. Nice grab on that. Appreciate that. All right. Labeling these as I go so I don't mix these up. I've got a streak of not messing up an order for a while now. This is the Magnus Walker version. I think this is the last version of this casting that I have. So good grab on the Sylvia. That's one that we're almost sold out of. So nice snag, my friend. All right, let's see. We got some more Porsche. So we'll run this guy, and then we'll run a surprise. Nice grab, Rodart. Oh, I don't think I ran that one. Let me try again. There we go. Sorry, I put it on, but I didn't run it. All right. Let's see. Let's run another surprise. We'll do another hauler. We'll do the other Hot Wheels hauler, the Elite 64 hauler, the Scania. You're right. I didn't. There it goes. It finally ran. Got to hit run on. All right. Let's run our surprise here. That giveaway in the background, we'll let that go for a minute. All right. And we will put this guy down in front of it. So I will do the same thing on this one. Okay. So this is the most recent one. This is the Elite 64, the Scania 770S. So the hauler is in white with red and black accents, and then the trailer is red with gray beds and black wheels. Another one that sold out super, super fast. These haulers, and they're going to do more. I think they already announced they're doing another one. These are just awesome. So very, very cool. All right, we will run that guy. He will not be sudden death, but there you go. Chris, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I was like, dude, all afternoon my internet was struggling today. It was a fight. Love that they're doing these. They're heavy, 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 by the way. The Yesco in the Buy It Now, 72010, the Yesco in the Buy It Now does not have any opening features. They are all fixed. Nice grab. Good grab. Nice snag on that. That one will go right there. Good grab. All right, let's run some more of these. We've got a bunch of Porsche, which are just fantastic, and we'll get back in here a little bit so we're a little more centered there. All right, we got some good Porsche here. Here's an old one. 2011 first edition of the 911 GT3. All right. We will go back to our 15 seconds sudden death. There we go. I don't know if they are. The Legends Team Transport, I don't think they are. Yeah, very, very cool. It's that metal flake gray, but it's got just a hint of blue in it on this one, Chris. It is a very cool color. Rodark, nice grab. Good snag on that. That's a good one. Good snag. All right. Let's see here. All right. What else have we got? Here we go. This one does have just a little bit of a split corner. Not terrible, but it would probably display fine. But if you're into that, this is the matte white 993. Giveaway is going to run in just a second here. Let's see who wins that. Oh, I forgot to go sudden death on this. I will flip that back on and make sure it will. Worst one wins our giveaway. Rodark picks up the 993. Nice grab there. Worst one, congrats. All right. This is a fantastic version of this guy. That one paired with the 934 looks so good together in orange. There we go. One more of those that is an older version of the 993, and then we've got some newer versions of the 996. Road Dart, nice grab. You got a heavy duty package headed your way. These will all go out, by the way. They will be dropped off. They'll be packed up tomorrow night, and they will be mailed out to you Friday morning. So, all right. First version of this casting, which is fantastic. 96 Porsche Carrera. One of the cooler new castings they've done in a while. And they've done it almost every year in a lot of different colors. Love that they're doing that. Gotta get our next giveaway going in just a minute here. Okay, nice grab. Good snag on that. Right. Okay. Oh, I forgot to run. Here we go. This is our last 993, carded 993 in red. Older one as well. That one's from, I think, 2016, 15 or 16, somewhere right around there. Very cool. Red on that casting is fantastic. Nice grab, Rodark. Good snag on that. All right, we'll go back to our 96 Carrera. Second version in black. We ran this guy loose as well. There it is, carded. They ran it in black, and then they did another They did same thing as the 934. They did a Kroger exclusive silver version of this. So whoever at Kroger was dealing with the exclusives, bravo to them, because they did a really good job of making two great castings in silver exclusive to them. Yep, Kroger is in Utah. Yep. It's a brand called Smith's. Used to be an independent, now they're owned by Kroger. This is the exclusive there in silver. Let me grab another giveaway. Let's see here. Can't bring myself. That's a good one to give away. I like that. We'll swap it out and give this guy away. This is actually a very cool version of that. Rodark, nice grab. Good snag on that. Let's see here. So that was 14. That is 15. And I'll load our next giveaway. Check this guy out. Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon in that really matte black. The doors are the opening parts on that guy. Let me add that real fast, and we'll make sure we add that. This is the, let's see, Mercedes Benz G-Wagon. All right. We'll run the giveaway there. Let me see what else we've got that I can run. What else have we got here? I'm just trying to peek and see. Got a couple. Speaking of Kroger exclusive, not sure if anybody's after that guy, but that is the Kroger exclusive version of the XC40. I like this casting. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but pretty cool. Matchbox still makes my absolute favorite Volvo casting. I don't have the Ford Maverick, unfortunately. Let me double check and make sure. I did not see that one. I've got, these are all a recent release. There is Corvair, there's a Wrangler Rubicon, there's an old style Suburban. Prius, Range Rover. I don't think I do. Rodark, nice grab. Good snag on that guy. Volvo is my favorite for sure. All right. This is technically the second color of the first edition on the Bugatti Chiron from 2019. They did it in black and then they re-released it here as a different color in blue on that first edition. Love the casting. That was a redesign that I think they absolutely crushed. If we're being honest on that, let's see here. Just looking to see what else we have. Got some, oh, here's some old school trucks. Might as well run these. I pulled these out because they don't really fit anywhere super clean. Mystery Machine, nice grab. 17. And guess what? I do have a second one of those just in case. Just in case somebody else is like, oh, I missed out on it. There you go. And I've got, these guys are these were very randomly mixed in, but we're going to run them because they are cool. They're like, some of these guys are 15, 17 years old. Rob, nice grab. Good snag on that. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Here's some cool stuff. All right. Cars of the Decades. This was a cool sub-series they did. It does have a little bit of a ding on the corner, but not bad. Not split. This would be your Ford Mustang GT. That Cars of the Decade series. Did some cool versions of this guy in there. Got a couple of road tripping ones, a couple of just older, like old 2008 new model, 2004 new model. Dio, nice grab. Nice grab. Let's see. All right. Oh, 994. That's awesome. I don't think I have a 994 to run. That's fantastic. Where do I get my new cases from? So all of the display cases I have and that John has are from Carney Displays. They seem to be just the best quality that either of us have found out there. Old Holiday Hot Rods, Olds 442 in Metal Flake Silver. I wish. I think on both of those, I definitely buy mine at just straight retail price. I'm pretty sure John does too. But Carney, they are so good. Yep, hang it on the tree. You got it. FTW, good to see you. Thank you. Nice grab on that, Olds. All right. This is one of the best ones from this set. The old Road Trippin' series, Little Red Dodge Express truck. Love that guy. Such a good color, that Metal Flake teal. If you're a truck collector, that's a great one. Very cool. LaDonna, nice grab. That was 10, so you get a protector on that guy as well. Appreciate that. Just another kind of old school version. This one has the metal base on there as well. Red Storm picked up our giveaway. I'll see if I can make sure this doesn't fall off. 92 Dodge Rampage in Metal Flake Purple with the metal base there from the Road Trippin' set. Does have the really neon orange ATV three-wheeler in the back there. Nobody's trying to fill it. Oh, LaDonna's like, all right, I can make that work. Good grab. That's the Death Valley logo on there. Nice grab. Thank you. All right, I got two more really old ones. First edition on the custom Ford Bronco from 2008 on a really clean card. It's kind of that metal flake copper on there. That is an old An old car for sure. Let's see here. LaDonna, nice grab. Good snag on that. Thank you. All right, let's see. What else? What else? We have got. All right, here's a couple of random ones. There's that M3 wagon, first edition. Clean card there from last year. As I mentioned, that is my favorite new casting in the last couple of years. Love that BMW for sure. Everybody's like, I already found it. I got what I needed, which is fine. That's all right. No worries. There is, if someone needs that Zamac from last year, the Mustang Funny Car. Road Dark One has had some really cool pickups. Like I would love to see. I shouldn't solicit too much of this while I'm on the Lamley account for John, but I know John loves it too. Love seeing people's pictures of their collection, of how they display them. That's always really cool to see, actually. For sure. Nice grab, Road Dark. All right. One more kind of random one there. 91 GMC Cyclone in that cool 80s deco. See, he's a fan. Carnies, they're tough to beat. Like I said, I just haven't found one that I like better. It doesn't mean there isn't one out there. I just haven't found one. I'm sure they exist, but I don't know where they're at. So, oh, nice grab. Good snag on that. Love that deco. They did a good job on that. All right, let's see here. One more Porsche, Fast and Furious Porsche, 911 GT3. That guy was hiding in there all by his lonesome. Let's see, what else? What else? We got some newer Porsche that we can run. There's a few more Porsches in here. Not a ton, but enough that we can get through some of them. Oh, there's some good stuff in here. We'll run this. Might as well. Pastelitos, nice grab. Good snag on that. All right, there's your other keychain, 911 Carrera keychain in white. I hope they keep doing these. I know not everybody's a fan. I actually really like these. Felix, when he does shows where he has the cars with him, he will sign typically, other than the Tarmac stuff. He has been out of town, and I am actually leaving Friday night for 8 days and will not be able to, unfortunately. I have not seen the red one. No, Michael. I've seen pictures, but I have not found it. I would love to snag one when they start showing up. You want the Mike signature, Chris? That all. If you want me to devalue the car that way, I certainly will. But that is, yeah, you're devaluing your purchase no matter how little you paid. 911 GT3 right there in red. Love the deco on that. Good wheels. That black and gold on the roof looks good. Very cool one there. Chris, how'd you do? Anything you snag out of the K case? So the black version of this 805 is kind of that satin black. It was one of the early versions of the redesign. I really like that one. I don't know how rare it is, but that one is kind of my favorite version of it. That satin black is just awesome. Just fantastic. All right. We'll run these two back to back. So this is the last version of this car, the 935 in the old casting, and then the first version in the new casting. So this is the last version they released with that Bilstein logo on there and livery. And then they turned around right away and released their new version, updated version. Yeah, if you want John's signature, there are some buy now cards available in there. And all of the cards that he has in there that he has signed are ones that he tore open and ripped open. for YouTube videos. So if you go back and find the video where he showcases that car, those are the ones that he actually pulled out of there. So Road Dark, nice grab. There's the first edition on this. Red with those yellow stripes on the hood. Very, very cool there. Let's see here. So, sorry, trying to make sure I label these so we don't mess up for you guys. I believe you're correct. Yeah, I think it was it this one that was the Spectre Flame purple? I think it was. I think you're right. I'm pretty sure. Nice grab, Rodar. I think you are correct. That was the Super. Oh, we need to run. Let's see. Peek at our. Let's see. Where was our last giveaway? Because that ran and I didn't even look. Our giveaway went to Red Storm. That's right. Okay. Let me grab another giveaway car here. Gonna run for a few more minutes. Not a super long time tonight, but a bit longer. Let's see. We need giveaway number 6. Grab another one in there and we'll start that. I'm so proud that nobody had to, well, I guess it's probably been sitting there. It's like nobody had to point it out. Oh, we're giving this guy away. Just because I love this casting. There's our next giveaway. Chevy Corvair ramp side pickup. The moving part is that side ramp on it, which is awesome. Love that. Very, very cool. All right, let's see here. That would be our VX moving parts. Chevy Corvair. All right. Get that. Start the giveaway. There we go. All right. Last couple of Porsches that I think I've got in there. Love this one. New version last year, the 904 Carrera. This one absolutely needs to show up in premium. Yep, I think it is. I think you're right. It's got to be coming. I think it's got to be coming too. All right, no takers there. That's all right. Grab that guy. I'm pretty sure this was a Kroger exclusive as well. This is the 914 Safari in blue. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think this was the exclusive color version of this, if I recall correctly. GameStop, that's what it was. Okay. I'm like, I knew it was a store exclusive. I'm like, I'm trying to remember whose exclusive it was. The GameStop and the Dollar Generals are the ones that there's not a lot of their stores here locally, so I have a hard time remembering those. Porsche Panamera, first version of this as well in that dark metal flake blue. The Supra is sweet. You are right. That was a fantastically executed exclusive. For sure. Yeah, there's not a lot, is there, Chris? There's one down in St. George that I know of. And one just south of Salt Lake a little ways, but not much. I think there's one in Bountiful, somebody said, but I don't even know where it's at. So, oh, nice grab. Good snag on that first edition there. All right. 2 more Porsche. I love that they finally did this casting a couple years ago. Magnus Walker, 944. Don't have the Martini, but we do have that version of it for the person that was asking there. Let me see. We will grab, I've got some carded premium that I'll run through as well that I would love to see if we can find a new home. We'll run that Oh, we need to run. Let's run some surprises. That's what I haven't done for a bit. 972, nice grab. All right. I will run this last Porsche, see if it sells, and then we'll run a couple of surprises. There's your Tune 911. First version of that from 2023 in Metal Flake Black. All right. So we will grab, let me grab this next one since we're running some Porsche stuff. We'll run this guy next. That would be, let me grab this guy. I will show you right here. All right. Entertainment, nice grab. Thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, there's that. There's your 911 GT2 Elite 64. This is so well done. We're going to start this guy at $5. So he will not be sudden death, but we'll start him at $5 and you guys can decide what it's worth. I think this is the last one of these that I've got. This is not the error version that John pulled that completely freaked Mattel out. Kiku, I am not. My name is Mike, UT Mike. I am a good friend and neighbor of John's, just up the road here. But I do run some stuff for him on his page, usually on Wednesdays. John usually runs Saturdays, and I'll run on Wednesday for him. But yeah, Road Dark has that one. Yeah. So Aloha. John was sent one of these by Mattel to preview the day that it dropped. And when he pulled it out and looked, he realized that the back wheel was an error and it was like a smaller front wheel. And he messaged them and was like, I don't know if you want this out there or not, but they kind of freaked out because they were like, oh, geez, did all of them end up like that or not? And it really was. It turned out to be a single error, and but he did run it, and Rodark was able to snag it because he's like, it doesn't mean more to me as an error than anything else, but it's a very cool, and it was really funny. He did show me a couple of the messages, and Hot Wheels marketing team was like, no way. 1038, nice grab. That is going straight back into the box for you, into your shipping box there. So that is ready for you. Look and make sure here that we have that. I will check and see our giveaway ran. We are going to do a 5-second giveaway at the end. So that will be coming. All right, there we go. Now it's back in. All right. What else? What else? Let's see here. Want to make sure anything that had a pre-bid on there that we run that. I am not sure. This was handed to me as one of the alleged chases. I don't think it is. So what I'm going to do is I am going to run this without the pre-bid that was on there, just because I don't think it's technically a chase. I think they released it intentionally in that Spectra Flame red, but I don't think it's a chase because I think somebody told me that there is a different card that is on there, if I remember right. So that said, we'll just run it for $1 because let's see here. There we go. All right. I have no idea. I don't think it is Spectre Flame, but I don't think this is the one that is a chase. The chase has an actual chase card that's like a black card back. It's not a super, but it is like a special, 80th anniversary edition of this. This is just the regular Spectre Flame version, not the Chase. So that is why I re-entered it and made sure that if there was a pre-bid, which I think there was, that we did not include that. So that's why we did that one the way we did. So anyway, all right, let me make sure if there's anything else. All right, here we go. We wanted this guy. This guy does have some pre-bids, and we'll take, let me look and see, just for fun, let me look and make sure here. Who won our giveaway? Duhaus. That guy is yours. Congrats. Congrats, congrats. All right. Here is one of two mini GT haulers that I will run for you guys. This one I know will not fit. So I'm going to put it in here and realize that it's going to be very clunky. This is mini GT number 333. This is the Liberty Walk Kuma, the Kuma Graffiti. It has, so the tractor trailer is one piece of it. It has a black flat bed that is the second piece. And then this is a cargo container that actually opens up, but it sits right on top and mounts to there. So they've done several of these. This is a super hard one to find. It was one of the earlier ones that they did that was not just a car, like a transport carrier. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and start this guy. Had one pre-bid on it, so you guys can decide. These guys are very hard to find, especially for a decent price on them. They go for a fair sum, but very cool. Very, very cool. And I will peek. Let me see if I can see anything else that we want to run. I've got some Boulevard, some carded Boulevard I can run. If you guys want me to do that, I certainly can. Okay, nice grab. Good snag on that. Very, very cool one. That one also has not been opened. Here's our last hauler for the day. This one is my favorite. I love it. I just think this deco, and it is huge. This is the Western Star. This is Mini GT number 400. The Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, has the sugar skulls. Same thing. So you have gold wheels. This is all one piece on the tractor trailer. The trailer flatbed is one piece, and then this is a cargo container that opens as well. This thing is huge, as you can see there, but a very, very cool. All right. And we will go ahead and run that one as well. Very, very hard one to find also. Pablo, I get it. I'm like, man, they are really, really fun. They display really well too. That's kind of the fun thing, is like once you get them out of the box, they look so good. I have one hauler that I was trying to convince myself to part with, and I just can't do it yet. It's the Advan hauler, and like I said, I just can't talk myself into it. I'm still trying to convince me, but I haven't convinced yet. Kai, nice grab. I'll show it to you, but like I said, I don't think I'm going to run it because it is the Mercedes Actros as well. So here you go. I'll see if I can sneak it in there. There you go. It is the Advan Yokohama Motorsport Team Transport. It is not the cargo one, so that trailer actually is all one piece rather than a cargo box, and it opens up on the back like thing. Very, very fun one. Like I said, I'm trying to convince myself to let this one go, and I just haven't yet. I'm trying to. Maybe one of these days shortly, I'll talk myself into it. So, all right, let's do this. I have about a dozen Boulevard car culture premiums that we will run through sudden death style, and then we'll do our 5-second giveaway, and we will move on from there. So that said, let me grab these guys. Those are Boulevard. Those are Boulevard. Those are car culture. Car culture. Okay. All right. We will run right through these guys. 2021 Toyota GR Supra. Let me make sure. Let's see. Make sure we've got enough of these left. All right. And we will go same thing. 15 seconds sudden death, and we'll run them for 3, just like everything else we ran. All our main lines and everything. So there we go. Yeah, Wong, like I said, Advan is probably my favorite racing livery. So I haven't talked myself into it quite yet, but maybe. We'll leave it at a solid maybe. Nice grab. Good snag on that guy. All right. Love this one. Fiat 500D. That mint green is so good. How do I get to do what you do, Killer? This is definitely not my day job or anything like that. This is just purely for fun. You don't want to do what I do for a day job. Competition with a cool combi as far as like the little ones. Yeah. I work in insurance, like business liability insurance. So I insure stuff that nobody else wants to insure. And most people are like, that is horrible. All right. Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I want sneak peeks and integral Hot Wheels employees. That's fair enough. John has spent 20 years plus kind of getting to know those guys and building trust and all that sort of stuff. So it was not an overnight thing for him, but he did it. He did it and does it the right way. That's for sure. And they appreciate him for it. All right. Everybody loves this guy. I love this livery on there. Skyline R32 in white. Exactly. See? Yeah, I write all kinds of very strange liability risks. Just stuff that people don't want to insure because if something goes wrong, it does not end well. DD, nice grab. Good snag on that. Well done there. All right. And the Lamborghini Countach from that set. Hard to believe. There are 100 different Boulevard cars. That is wild. All right. We've got 7 more. Kind of random that we will run through here. Very nice grab. Good snag on that. There's the Slide Street 2 2023 Nissan Z as well. Let's see if anybody needs those guys for $3. DD, nice grab. Snag there. There is the Hammer Drop, the Lancia Stratos. This was the regular version. They did a chase of this car in that set. It was all black. Very cool, that wedge. That's one of those that I would not have guessed that they would ever do. in Hot Wheels, let alone in premium. There's the Slide Street 2 Liberty Walk Lamborghini. No love for that one. It's a cool one. I mean, I get why it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that is such a unique car. At least you're exactly right. Yep. It took him a good long time. So I think so. The Legends Tour stop that they do in El Segundo is supposed to be the best one of the year. They really do a good job. I would love to go down for it this fall. Red Venge, nice grab. I am gonna go for the first time ever. I am gonna go to the convention in October. I'll be there with John, and I'm looking forward to that. McLaren F1 from the exotic set. But I've never been to the convention, any of them, anywhere. So, did they? That surprises me, Michael. Wow. Miami's usually a really good stop for them. Yeah, the hotel is the killer, Greg. You are not wrong there. You are not wrong there. H. Hale, nice grab. Good price on that guy. All right. There is the GR Corolla from the Slide Street set as well. This was the regular version. The chase was all black, I believe. Yes, but the nice thing is, even if you don't stay at the hotel, you can go over for the convention and typically do the, wander room to room. But yeah, it's that to me is going to be the funnest part. The convention will be fun. That will be as much fun or more so. Entertainment, nice grab. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of people that I've just never met face to face. Aston Martin Speedster. I do not want to keep this one. There you go for $1. Even if it's a wheel donor, there you go. You guys know me. I hate having to pack up anything that I pulled out. So look and make sure there's nothing else hiding in here that I absolutely wanted to run. Got a couple. What's that? There's an old VW. We can run that guy. Trace, nice grab. Always nice to snag a premium car for $2 or $3. All right. We'll end the premium streak with my favorite premium, Volvo 142. Canyon Warriors. Love that guy. Some of them are there usually, yeah. They usually have several of them that show up for the Legends Tour. Donovan. Johnny sleeps with the fishes. Yes. Everything went perfectly, just as we never discussed. Never discussed. That is a good question, Greg. I don't know. How do they pick the cities for the conventions? So the fall one is always in LA. Mark and Jennifer, who run them, aloha, nice grab. I don't know, but that is a question I will ask. Because that is actually a fantastic question. All right. 2011, kind of an iconic one. Volkswagen Brasilia. This is the first edition of this guy in that really cool metal flake teal. They kind of bounce around, Greg. They've done them in Charlotte. They've done them they usually steer clear of New York, if I remember right, but they've done them in Atlanta, Charlotte, Chicago's Midwest. Where else have they done them? I don't think they've done one in Virginia. I don't know. Miami would be really cool. They tend to, I think, steer clear of, other than Chicago, which was even a little ways, it wasn't downtown. They do a little bit of the others. Oh, that would be fun, Raj. That would be epic. I got to go to Abu Dhabi and Dubai last year, very briefly for 2 days each, and it was awesome. Rodark, nice grab. I would love to come to Boston, Greg. I used to travel to Boston all the time for work. I worked for years. I worked for Fidelity Investments, that are based there. So I'm not packing this up. I've still got a couple of stickers here, so we'll run it for $3 and hope that one of you guys will relieve me of it so I don't have to put it away. We have the 300ZX. I don't right now. I do have, hold on. Where's that other one I was going to run? I grabbed this one this morning off the pegs because I could not leave it, even though my wife hates when I say that. Mystery, nice grab. Good snag on that. I think this is the best executed one from this set. It is not my favorite. The Volvo 850 is my favorite, but this one is the best executed. I do not have the slide street Terreno. I do not. I had the GR Supra. I might have another one. Let me look. Hold on. What do I have? Slide Street. I have the Z. Those are the only two I still have. I have the GR Corolla and the Nissan Z are the only two I have left from that Slide Street set. Aloha, nice grab. Nice grab. I'll show you. These are from the Slide Street 2. Those are the only two I have left. I will happily run both of them just for fun. Just because I've got a few. We've got like 8 minutes until I'm going to call it good, and then we'll run our 5-second giveaway and we'll raid somebody. Very, very cool. All right. That is, so we're good on loose cars. We still got, we can run a couple. There's a couple here that one definitely somebody will want. We'll run that in a second. I don't, Barry. That one and the 510 were missing. I did snag a couple of the others, but a friend of mine did pick up an extra 510 that I'll run in the next show. Mystery, nice grab. I have not seen a single car from that new set except for the Myers Manx. That is the only car I've seen from that new Boulevard set. Everything else just absolutely jets out. Nope, no loose. I don't have any loose car culture chases right now, unfortunately, that I'm parting with. All right, let's see. Dayton, nice grab. There you go. All right, we are just about done. I do have one more Boulevard Supra and then a couple of cool combi mainlines. See if this will let me. There we go. Run that guy. You bet, Dayton. Thank you. All right, and we will end with a couple of main lines that are kind of fun, and then we're going to do our giveaway. Let's see here. What have we got to give away? And we'll give away a couple of those. All right, very nice grab. All right. All right. Oh, we hit the phone. There we go. Moon Eyes Cool Combi in that gray, which is very cool. All right, there we go. Add that. Give away some good stuff in our 5-second giveaway. Look at that. Grab this. Let's see. I got to hit run. I didn't hit start. Let's see here. Got to hit start. There we go. My bad. Sorry about that. Yes, I am MK. I've got just a couple left that I'm going to run, and then we're going to do our 5-second giveaway, and we will be done for the night. John, I think, will probably not be on this Saturday, but possibly a week from Saturday. Yes, very cool stuff. I believe it will be a week from Saturday. I don't think John will run next Wednesday. P. Cooper, nice grab. But grab those Tarmacs while you can in the buy it now. This is our last carded mainline, the Hello Kitty white mainline combi. Ironically, a pretty hard one to find around here, at least. I was a little bit surprised how hard these guys were to find. Gotta hit run. 2 short cards. That's cool. Those would be very, very, very tempting. All right, let's see here. I have 1 Tarmac that we will run, and then we will do our giveaway. Circuit Legends, that is a good question. I have heard towards the end of June is what I heard. I don't think I'm letting any secrets out. John told me that he anticipated they would be right around the end of June or the latter part of June. So Cooper, nice grab. Good snag. That'll come in a protector for you as well. All right. This is our last auction. If you know, you know. This is a Taiwan exclusive BMW M6 GT3. It's really hard to see on there, but it has an antenna that's about the width of like a thin bristle on a brush. I bought this on accident because I did not realize I had already purchased it. So I'm running it for 25. That is absolutely not what I paid for it. I would be embarrassed to tell you what I did, but somebody should enjoy it. So Taiwan exclusive from 2017. Got the Bridgestone logo on there. Very, very cool piece. Mine is open and it is fantastic. You are not far off. You need to go on The Price is Right because you are embarrassingly close. Quantel, that is amazing. You're within $5. And you're on the right side if you're playing The Price is Right. So Road Dark, nice grab. If you don't have any of these of this model yet, this is one of just a handful of Tarmac models I have overspent to collect each of. Nice grab. That is fantastic. Good grab. Okay. 5-second giveaway. Let's end this on a high note. Let's see, what have we got? We'll kind of do our old standby. So we'll go old Suburban. We'll go Mercedes. We'll go Lancer. The only 2 cars, the only 2 main lines that didn't sell right there, the Porsche and the BMW. That will be our 5-second giveaway, if that works for all y'all. And if you haven't done it before, right up there, when I tell you go, you'll have the giveaway pop up. I will count down from 5, and then we will run it and draw a winner. So you got to be quick, enter in really quickly, and you get all of it. Yes, that is correct. All of this is yours, Rob, if you pull the winner on the 5-second giveaway. So I will let you take a last peek if you guys want to look real fast in the buy it now. There are some Tarmacs left in there, a couple of the S15, but not a lot. In fact, I will peek and tell you right now. We have the Alpha still in there. We have the Koenigsegg still in there. The Lancer. There are 2 of the S15s left and 3 of the Chaser, and that is it. So, bigger size 10-spoke. I'm happy to. I will jot a note down right now. Give me a quick second, and then larger size 10-spoke Real Riders. 10-spoke Real Riders, large. Yeah, I will happily pass that along. No more combis. That is all I've got. All right. Okay, we are just about ready to go. Right up there. Be ready. I will count you down and we will go from there. Cross your fingers. Ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. With 101 entries, let's see who takes home the haul. Chaz, congrats, my friend. You bought a handful of things today, so that's always makes me happy. You've got all that. You've got our only two main lines, which ironically are fantastic main lines. Love the BMW and the Porsche. You've got our Chevy Suburban moving parts. You've got the most recent Lamley Tarmac exclusive, the Lancer Evo 3. And you've also got the best of the bunch from the Fast Wagon set. You guys, thank you. I appreciate everybody for being patient. I had to reschedule this from Saturday, which I know some folks were kind of bummed about. That said, I appreciate everybody being here and spending an hour and a half with me. So, with that said, I am going to jump over. Let's find somebody to raid real fast. Let's see here. Let's see who's running some good diecast stuff. And all right. Let's go say hi to James. We'll go say hi to James and see what he's up to. You guys, I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys soon. And until then, I hope everybody is fantastic. Let me see here. Where's our raid? Right there. And we are going to go. Let's go say hi to Pop's Diecast. Thanks, everybody.